All right. No face cam today. Uh, so last night I was playing free roam, and it was late at night. My Switch gave me a notification saying Mario Kart World has an update. Restart to download it. And so I closed the game. It took, no joke, not even 5 seconds. Like, it was such a fast update, and I figured, oh nice, another bug fix. You can see in the bottom, version 1.1.2 in the bottom right. And yeah, it's like 5 seconds. I hopped back into free roam, played a little bit before bed, and went to bed blissfully unaware of how much this update ruined the game. And then I woke up to the most negative Shortcat video I've ever seen. And Shortcat is my favorite Mario Kart YouTuber. He's the GOAT. I mean, literally his way of insulting, or his way of raging, is literally complimenting people. Like, it's crazy. He's like Nick A30 on steroids without being weird about it. But I love his content. He's always super positive, but he's just like, I don't know. He literally might not be playing this game anymore, and same with a ton of other people. So I'll show you in a minute why that is, in case you haven't already seen. So between tracks, there are these highways, and oh, this is cool. When you're in free roam waiting for a race, you can see all the racers as ghosts. That's cool. But there are these highways that everyone calls intermissions, and they are the roads you drive between tracks. And they are not that fun, really. I was sold on the open world idea for Mario Kart World. I was so hyped. And the idea is great. The execution is not good. It's basically just driving in a straight line for a minute to 2 minutes. And the winning strategy is to be in last place for most of the race. I mean, it's literally terrible. But though not everybody had to play those. So I'll show you in a minute what I mean when the other people's race is over. But this is so funny. I can literally just teleport and then watch everyone racing down here. Look, I think they're gonna come up here. This is so funny. And they're all ghosts, so they can't see me, and I'm not interfering with them. I'm not, stealing their coins or blocking them or anything. And you can see they're like cheering and stuff because these guys just crossed the finish line. That's fun. This game has so much going for it too. This is one of my favorite games maybe ever, or at least has been. I've played over 100 hours in it, and I was just planning to do either today or tomorrow I was gonna do like Mario Kart World 100 hours in, what are my thoughts. And I don't know if I'm gonna do that video. Depends on what Nintendo does. Okay, so before, you get 3 options. These, you drive the intermission and then do 1 lap on the track. Or you can pick random. And you'll see everyone picks the course they want, and most people pick random. Because if a random course got selected before this update, you would race 3 laps on that track, which is the traditional Mario Kart experience, and it skips the intermission tracks that I mentioned. And we'll see if we get random. Okay, we didn't get random, so we're gonna drive an intermission anyways. But essentially, Nintendo made it so that even if a random track gets selected, the chances of it being 3 laps on that track are very low. And so now you're almost always going to drive an intermission, which I'd say at least 85% of the player base doesn't like the intermissions because, I mean, look at this. Like, what are we doing here? I'm literally hands off my controller except for my thumb is on 1 button. And like, look at the mini-map. Like, what is that? It's not really fun. For Knockout Tour, this stuff works great, honestly. It genuinely does work really well. I don't know if it's item distribution or what it is, but for Knockout Tour, this stuff works great. It's thrilling, it's exciting. For the races, it's trash. It's not fun. Nobody's really happy about this, and it's very rare that people picked intermissions before this. Some people like them, and I like some of the intermissions, but most of them, I mean, as you can tell, we're basically just driving in straight lines, and then we do like a turn, and then drive in a straight line. Add on top of that, I don't know if this is a shortcut, maybe not. Okay, well, it's a bad shortcut, it's a bad example, but there are a lot of shortcuts where with a single golden mushroom you can go from 24th to first place. And that's why I was saying that the strategy is to stay in last until the end. These courses are not well designed. They're not well thought out. They're boring. They're just straight tracks. I mean, look at this. What am I doing? All right. We got a big shortcut here. I just cut off a bunch of time. And watch this. I mean, what is that, bro? Like, that's literally not even fun. It's trash. And this is now what most online races are going to be in Mario Kart, which is such a shame. This game has some of the best tracks in all of Mario Kart history, and you only get to race one lap on them now. Now, I think that the reason Nintendo is wanting to do this is because this is Mario Kart World, and so obviously they want to push the whole world part of it, which makes sense. From their perspective, I can totally see where they're coming from. The problem is, rather than taking the boring parts of the open world and making them fun, they're making everyone play the boring parts all the time. And so, alright, second place is really not bad. But like, again, I was so sold on the open world part. I was actually really excited. You know, anytime a game goes open world, the top response is, if there's one game that doesn't need to be open world, it's, and then insert game name here every single time. And usually the game ends up being a lot more fun for a lot more people when it's open world. The problem is this open world isn't well done. And hopefully we'll get some actual tracks to race on. That would be exciting. And so when the game came out, a bunch of people were like, yeah, I'm not feeling it. I'm not going to play this. And then when everyone realized that picking random would always give you a 3-lap track, all those people were like, okay, hold up. This is fun. Okay, so I can pick Bowser's Castle, which we're actually not going to drive to. This is a guaranteed 3-lap track this time. And it seems like a lot of people know that. A lot of people are picking it, but if it picks Peach Stadium or Wario Stadium, we have to drive to it and then do 1 lap. And if it picks random, we'll also probably just drive to it and do 1 lap. Yes, okay. So now we're gonna have an actually exciting race. You can see we start at the finish line of the track, and I'm not a pro, so I'm not gonna pull off this crazy shortcut here. If you know, you know. But I mean, this is already way more fun than the intermissions. Like, already in the first, like, what is this, like 10 seconds? Not even? It's already way more fun. And I'm not even taking the shortcuts. There are some, I mean, I guess I've never taken them, so I wouldn't know if they're fun, but based on other people's reactions to them, there's some pretty fun shortcuts here. Versus all the shortcuts in those intermissions are literally just driving in a straight line across grass. Like, man, I'm getting pelted here with shells. This is what the game should be. Oh my goodness. These boomerangs are lethal. Triple reds and boomerangs are literally insane. Alright, I'm gonna attempt, nope, forget about it. I already messed up the shortcut. Or really, I messed up the setup for the shortcut. But like, I'm getting pelted with items and I'm still having way more fun than I was on the intermissions. Jumped off the guy's head. Shortcut across the lava. That's pretty dope. Oh, okay. Like, this is the chaotic fun that should be in Grand Prix. And the nice thing is, from before the patch, if you did like the intermissions, if you were one of those people, you could pick an intermission. If you didn't like them, you could pick a regular track, and then it was basically democracy. You had an equal opportunity for your track to be picked. Like, everyone had equal opportunity. And so it wasn't like the game was rigging it or anything. But now, like, this is like a rare moment for me to actually be racing 3 laps. And this is not good for casual player enjoyment. Very few casuals enjoy this. And it's certainly not good for competitive player enjoyment. And I know Mario Kart is like a wacky, stupid, silly game, so it's not meant to be like competitive as in there's no broken items or anything, but it should be fun. Like, it should literally be fun. And wow, 5th place. I'm not mad about that at all. I think one of the worst parts is that you only race 1 lap on the track. I think if Nintendo is going to really push this open world idea, they gotta at least, like at the very least, make it so that you race to the next course and then do 3 laps. Because then, like, it's not the solution anybody wants, but it's a solution that actually would work decently. So we're driving to Dry Bones Burnout now, and I mean, again, the mini-map kind of speaks for itself. Like, watch, I'm literally not, I'm holding A, that's it. I'm literally not gonna press a single other button. I'm just holding A. Oh boy, we got a turn. I'm gonna do some slight turning of the stick while I hold A. Use this. Again, I'm not steering this or anything. I'll do some light steering to avoid the off-road. There we go. Alright, and now we are starting to drive into the course, and we can have fun for, I don't know, I'd say about a minute probably. Oh shoot. Man, I was gonna use the Mega Mushroom here, but I forget the boomerang works differently. I like almost every change they've made in this game from the previous one. It's just the intermission tracks. And again, they actually had the perfect solution in place where everybody wins. If you want the intermission, you vote for it and you have equal opportunity. But now, that doesn't happen. Also, there's not been a shock used yet. I'm hoping it gets used now. Okay, never mind. Yeah, if I... See, this is the other problem. If you know anything about bagging, I'd be in 1st place right now if I bagged. Bagging is where you stay in last place until the end so that you can get the best items. But I mean, I'm literally in the top half of players, and what did I do? I drove in a straight line and then entered the course and got hit by a ton of items. It's just, it's literally, like, I don't even know what to call it. It's just insane. The good news is this update won't affect people who are playing offline because, you know, offline just literally works differently. And this won't affect people who are playing Knockout Tour, which I've actually been playing almost exclusively Knockout Tour, and then right as I'm about to start making videos on Grand Prix, Nintendo makes this terrible change. Also, look, the player count is just dwindling. I don't know if that's because of the update and people getting bored or what, but... Okay, this time I'm gonna use my items a little bit. I'm just trashing these poor guys. Come on, hit somebody. Oh, that hit 2 people. That's crazy. All right, just drive straight. And also I can turn on auto accelerate. You know what? I'm gonna do that. Auto accelerate. All right, a little bit of steering here. Can even hit a little drift. It's exciting. And then I'm literally, my controller's on the desk and I'm not touching it. My hands are literally in the air right now. All right, I'm gonna lightly steer so that I don't go on the off-road, and I'm not touching the controller again. Oh, I need mushrooms to do that shortcut. Oh, all right. Here, let's take this shortcut. Up in 3rd. Again, not touching my controller. All right, now we get a little bit of action. I'm gonna hit by this bomb. No, I'm not. Let's go. See, now it starts to get a little bit fun because there's actually something to do. People are turning. There's items everywhere. You know, it's crazy. It's crazy. This is what Mario Kart World is supposed to feel like. It's just crazy in the most fun way possible. Get a golden mushroom in 6th. That's kind of crazy. And now we're pulling up to the course. And like now the game's fun, but again, it's 1 lap. Like it lasts less time than the completely straight track that we just drove on. And so it's like we drove all this way for what? Like, oh wait, shoot, I'm selling right now. I gotta, come on, what do I get, 5th? Okay, I'll take it, I'll take it. For literally not paying attention, that was actually not bad. This is pretty sick. So you can like race the track alongside the people that are racing it. You can tell that these courses had so much love and so much effort put into them because they're just such good courses. Like, they're just amazing. They're so well thought out. There are only like 2 courses that are bad, and they're returning courses from previous games. But like the rest are all amazing. It's just a shame that you don't really get to play them much anymore. All right. Ooh, DK Spaceport, bro. We get to actually race the track. Let's go. Oh, everyone's picking it. Wait. We didn't even get DK Spaceport. I wasn't paying attention. We got an intermission track. All right, I have auto acceleration on. And you know what? Let me turn on smart steering. All right, so now it won't go into the off-road, and my controller is sitting on my desk right now. Oh, don't get hit by the bus. Oh, is it gonna take the shortcut? Oh no, I gotta use the item. Okay, that's funny. I'm gonna trick here a couple times just so that I can... I don't know why smart steering took me in the off-road there. That was dumb. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. This is actually one of the more interesting. There are some intermission tracks that are not terrible. There are some. They're not good, but they're not terrible. All right, watch this. I'm in 3rd. Oh, big short. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, and now we're gonna play 1 lap of DK Summit. Wait, are we playing this backwards? Am I true? Yeah, we're playing this backwards. Okay, interesting. This is cool, bruh. Wait. Oh, are we playing this on mirror mode? I honestly can't tell. Also, I want to get better at talking while I'm commentating, but at the same time, I'm not sure how much I'm going to be playing online. Alright, top half of the players, not bad. Alright, bro, I got 2 daisies I gotta beat. Driving straight, just holding A. Actually, I don't need to hold A, I have auto accelerate on. Oh. Alright, we all got hit by a bomb, but it's fine because there's a massive shortcut right here. And why not just take this shortcut and get right behind first? Drive in a straight line for a second. I'm gonna set my controller on my desk. It honestly just... it blows my mind. This game has the best graphics of any Mario Kart game, hands down. It's beautiful. One of the most beautiful Nintendo games, I'd say. It has a soundtrack that on its own is honestly worth $80. I mean, it has a phenomenal soundtrack. And the character designs are great. Knockout Tour is amazing. There's so much to love about this game. And then probably a small segment of the Mario Kart World team decided to make this change, and really not for the better, like for anybody. This is not better for anyone, and that's so unlucky. That's funny, but like everything about this game almost was perfect except for a few things with the open world, and you know, some item balancing, but it's Mario Kart. What are you gonna do about it? And then it's just kind of all out the window for the majority of the player base, at least. I'll still play this game. I still enjoy it. I still like Knockout Tour. And I've played way too much free roam, and I'm still gonna play way too much free roam. But I really can't. If you're looking for just a solid racing game, I honestly don't think this is it anymore. Which feels insane to say. Come on, bruh. Please. Second. Let's go. What? Am I tripping? I did not see anybody next to me. So I have been... Here, I'll just go in free roam while I talk. I've been holding off on... Or not really holding off. I've not been making content on the game as much as I would like to. You know, I'm not Shortcat. This is not my job to play this game. But I do love this game, and I do love making videos on it. So I've made a few. But I've not been at my setup hardly at all since the game released. And so I've really not been able to record a lot. And I was planning, my dad has been on a trip for like a week now, and he gets back home tonight as of recording this. And so I'll hopefully be able to be back at my setup. I've been not at my setup because I'm keeping my mom company. I don't want her to be lonely, and I also don't want her to have to deal with our stupid dogs all the time because they're really naughty and a lot of work. And so I've been staying with her, but I'll be able to be at my setup like tomorrow. And I was planning on making a whole bunch of online racing videos because I've only really done Knockout Tour and like one racing video, and it wasn't even a great race. It was really just my first reaction. So I don't know, would you want me to still try to do that? You know, I don't know. I can still definitely do it, but I think those videos will be less fun and will take longer to record because there are going to be so many intermissions that I have to drive throughout a recording session, it'll just take so long to get an actually entertaining race. And you know, not only am I scared for like the longevity of the game, I'm also really sad because I've been watching Shortcat for like over 2 years, I think almost 3 years, and I love his videos, but like he literally doesn't know. From what I can tell, he literally doesn't even know if he's gonna be making content on this game anymore. Like, I don't know if he's gonna go back to 8 Deluxe or what, but there's really no alternative to online racing that's as exciting. And like, there's not gonna be as much Shortcat content to watch, which I know not all my viewers watch Shortcat. Probably most of you don't. If you enjoy these videos, I highly recommend checking them out. But like, I don't know. It's just such a shame. And I really, really hope Nintendo fixes this. I feel like they have a few solutions. One, literally just revert the change. I think everybody was happy enough before this change. You know, Shortcat posted almost daily, and then after the update, he's posted one video that was recorded before the update, and the difference in tone is crazy. And I think it sums up how everyone's feeling. Like, everyone was so happy, loving the game. It was just so fun. And the general consensus since launch has seemed to be either, you know, most people either hate the intermission tracks or they don't mind them, but they'd rather the 3-lap races. And now nobody wins because everyone has to play the intermissions. And I feel like if Nintendo really doesn't want to revert the change, their other options are make the game fun by making the intermissions actually enjoyable. I shouldn't be driving in a straight line for like minutes leading up to a tiny lap of a track. That's ridiculous. Either make the intermissions enjoyable and exciting, make it so that there's stuff to do, make it so that there are alternate paths that are fun, make it so that the shortcuts aren't just mushrooming through the grass. Just make those parts actually enjoyable. Or if they don't want to put in that much work, they wouldn't have to change anything about course layouts, and they can literally just make it so that you race the intermission and then 3 laps. That's it. That's all they have to do. Make it so you race the intermission and 3 laps. That would not be the ideal solution, but I think that's the most realistic because we're talking about Nintendo here. They are very weird with their decisions. Also, another thing that... Oh, voice crack. Another thing that is really annoying is if you are a content creator on this game, you're really just gonna cut out like all the intermission. Like there's almost nothing content worthy that happens on the intermission tracks at all. So you're gonna cut it out and get maybe a minute of racing footage per race. Let's say you want to play, let's say you want an 8-minute video, like minimum, just an 8-minute video. And a lot of Mario Kart videos tend to be like 20 or so minutes, but let's just pretend you want 8 minutes. You're gonna have to potentially usually play like 8 races, and you're gonna have to cut out 8 intermission tracks and have a single lap of each of the regular tracks. So for content, making videos on here is going to be so tedious and boring that I really don't think a lot of people are going to keep making content on here. But if you enjoyed this video, which, you know, I don't know if you can enjoy a video of me ranting for however long it's been, But if you did enjoy the video, drop a like, consider subscribing. I might post more Mario content or Mario Kart content. We'll see. I actually don't know if I'll make more videos on it. Probably Knockout Tour here and there, but probably not even that as often. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Do you play Mario Kart? How mad are you about this change? And what are some solutions you could think of that I didn't mention that Nintendo could employ? I know a lot of people are saying, you know, make a mode where you can pick intermissions and a mode where you can't. I don't think that's realistic, and that's gonna split the player base and make matchmaking worse. I don't see Nintendo going on that route, but it is still technically an option. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. God bless. Peace.